In this lesson, we're going to multiply and divide exponents. So what is an exponent? A number that is expressed using an exponent is called a power, and the base is a number that is multiplied, and the exponent tells you how many times the base is used as a factor. So let's go ahead and, well, this is our exponent, and then the 5 is our base. And what that looks like then is if I have 5 to the third power, I have 5 times 5 times 5, and that would be equal to 125. All right, example 1, how do I write expressions using exponents? So we have 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. So our base number is 3, and because I have 4 of them, our exponent is 4. For letter B, we have t times t times t times t times t. So because I have 5 of them, it would be t to the 5th power. All right, and letter C, we have 1 6, so there's nothing to combine with that. But I have 3 a's, so it'll be a to the 3rd, and then because I've got 2 b's, I'll b squared. All right, example number 2, how do you evaluate exponents? So we have 2 to the 3rd, and what that means then is that you have 2 times 2 times 2, and that's going to be equal to 2 times 2 is 4, and 4 times 2 is 8. So 2 to the 3rd power is equal to 8. Now, if you wanted to put that in your calculator, you would have the 2, and then we'd use the caret button, and then to the 3rd power. So if you'd like to enter those into the calculator, that's how you would do that. So for question or letter B, we have -9 to the 3rd power. So what that means is that you've got -9 times -9 times -9. So first of all, this is going to be a negative number because 3 negatives makes a negative. And then when you take 9 times 9 times 9, you will have 729. Now for the next one, notice how the -9 is not in parentheses. What you'll do here is you'll evaluate 9 to the 3rd power, which we know is 727, and then we're going to put the negative back on. For letter D, we have -2 to the 4th power. So what that looks like is -2 times -2 times -2 times -2, and we know that 4 negatives is going to make a positive. And so then 2 to the 4th power will just be positive 16. So for letter E, we have a -2 to the 4th power without the parentheses. So what that means is that you have to evaluate the 2 to the 4th power, which we know is 16, and then we're going to put the negative back on. So for letter F, we have 12 minus 2 squared, and this is where you'll see that we're using that order of operations. So we need to evaluate the exponent before we subtract. So I have 12 minus, well, 2 squared is 4, and then 12 minus 4 is equal to 8. For letter G, we're going to be plugging in, so our y is equal to -3. And because we have a negative that's been assigned to this variable over here, and especially because it's been squared, we need to have the parentheses around it, because if you don't, it's going to be a different answer. So what this means is that you've got -3 squared, then plus 5. And we know that a -3 in parentheses squared, then it's going to be -3 times -3, giving you a positive 9, and then 9 plus 5 is equal to then 14. All right, letter H, we have -2. So we're plugging in here. And again, you have to have the parentheses there because the answer will be different if you don't, -3. So -2 to the 4th power, there's 4 negatives, so it's going to be positive. So you have 16. And then 16 minus 3 gives you then 13. All right, example number 3, how do I apply the product of powers property? So what that means is basically we're multiplying the exponents. So when you multiply powers having the same base, we're going to add the exponents. So if I have 3 to the fourth times 3 squared, we would have 3 to the fourth plus 2, giving you 3 to the sixth power. So basically what we're doing is we're adding these exponents right here. For question number 2, oops, and then this is 729. All right, now question number 2. Make sure that you put a 1 right here, so when you go to add your exponents, that you know that you have 2 to the third times 2 to the squared times 2 to the first, so you'll have 3 plus 2 plus 1, and that will be 2 to the sixth power, and we know that that can be simplified then to 64. Now, I've got these negative 3's as my base, so before you can evaluate to know if it's going to be a positive or negative, we need to just write it as our base. So we've got negative 3, and then we're going to add our exponents together, so we'll get to the sixth power. And so now 6 negatives, because it's an even number, is going to give you a positive number, and we know that 3 to the sixth power is equal to 729. All right, question number 4. Notice how we have x to the fourth times x, and we've got a first there. So we're just going to add those together, and that's going to give you x to the fifth power. For question number 5, we have 5r to the third times 4r to the fourth. And so you're going to multiply the 5 times the 4 like you would any other numbers. So 5 times 4 is equal to 20. And now we have to add our exponents together. So we have 3 plus 4 is going to give us 7. So 20r to the seventh power. All right, for question number 6, I would put a 1 here so that you know that you're multiplying the numbers. So I'm going to take 1 times 8, and that's going to give us an 8. And let's put a first there. So we have a to the first times a to the second, and we're going to add those exponents together, giving us a to the third. And then I have b to the fifth times b to the fifth. And again, you're adding the exponents together, so you're going to get b to the 10th power. All right, example number 4, how do I divide exponents? So to divide powers having the same base, we're going to subtract the exponents. So instead of adding them, we're going to subtract them. So we're taking a look, and we have x to the fifth divided by x to the third. I'd like to show you what this looks like. It's like you've got 5 x's on the top, and it's like you've got these 3 x's that are on the bottom. And we know an x divided by an x is going to cancel each other out. And notice how you're left with then x squared. So also you could take 5 minus 3 and know that you'd have x squared. So for number 2, we have 9 to the 12th divided by 9 to the 10th. So we're going to take 12 minus 10, and we'll have 9 squared, and then that can simplify to 81. So both of those answers would be appropriate. Question number 3, we're going to put an exponent right there, a 1. So when we're dividing them, we're subtracting. So a to the sixth divided by a to the first, we're going to subtract 6 minus 1, and we'll have a to the fifth power. All right, for question number 4, notice how I've got a multiplication problem on top of this division. So I need to start right here, and I'm going to take 5 to the third times 5 to the fourth, and I'm adding the exponents, giving you 5 to the seventh, and I'm going to divide by 5 to the fifth. And again, remember, when you divide exponents with the same base, you're subtracting, giving you 5 squared, and then we know that 5 squared is equal to 25. So either one of these answers would be just fine. The better answer would be 25. All right, question number 5, we've got the negative 4 in parentheses to the 8th power divided by negative 4 in parentheses to the 5th power. So before you can take off the parentheses, we do need to divide here. So let's leave the parentheses on, and I'll take 8 minus 5, and I get 3. So now notice that when you have it to the 3rd power, we could take off the parentheses because we know it's going to be a negative number. So you could write it like this, negative 4 to the 3rd power. We could also evaluate it and get negative 64. All right, question number 6. Looks like we've got -2 in parentheses to the 15th power divided by -2 in parentheses to the 9th power. So let's start by first, we're going to have our -2 in the parentheses and we're going to subtract our exponents. And 15 minus 9 gives us 4. So we can write this then. We know it's going to be a positive answer. If you wanted to take off the parentheses, you could say that it's 2 to the 4th. But then we also know that 2 to the 4th then is equal to 16. So really any of these would be just fine as an answer. Of course, 16 would be the best answer there. All right, for question number 7, notice again that we have multiplication on the top. So let's multiply all of these by adding the exponents. X to the 3rd times x to the 5th times x to the 1st, we get x to the 9th, and then all of our x squared. So x to the 9th divided by x squared, again, we're going to subtract the exponents and we'll get x to the 7th power. For question number 8, let's rewrite this one. I'm going to write the 1 all over the 7, or a w to the 7th power, times, I'm going to write my w to the 9th power. I'm going to write it as a fraction. And remember, anytime you write something as a fraction, you can put a 1 underneath it and it does not change the value. So when I do that, then I have w to the 9th times 1, that's equal to w to the 9th, and then I have w to the 7th times 1, that's w to the 7th. And now I can simplify it further by taking w to the 9th divided by w to the 7th, and again, we're subtracting the exponents, giving you w to the 2nd power. All right, number 9, it's just like that. So again, let's make the k to the 15th, put that all over 1, and we're going to multiply that by 1 all over k to the 6th power. So when we multiply these right here, you're going to have k to the 15th, and then when you multiply the bottom ones, you're going to have k to the 6th, and when you divide, then it's going to give you k to the 9th power. All right, we just have 3 more left. So notice how we have 12 divided by 3 right here. We're just going to divide the 12 divided by 3 just like we always have, and you're going to have 4, and you're going to take a to the 5th power divided by a to the 4th power, and what you have left is a to the 1st power, or just a. For question number 11, we have 5x to the 5th, y to the 4th, all over 25x y to the 2nd. So first of all, I'm going to do this. Now, if you were just going to simplify 5 all over 25, you would say 5 goes into 5 one time, and you'd say that 5 goes into 25 5 times. So that's how I would simplify that. So right here, we're going to have a 1 on the top and then a 5 on the bottom. Now, when you go to divide, then x to the 5th divided by x to the 1st, you'll have x to the 4th power, and these are all going to go on the top. And then y to the 4th divided by y squared, again, you're subtracting the exponent, so you'll have y squared. All right, for our last one, notice how you can't divide 7 divided by 3 evenly. So we're just going to leave that as 7 all over 3. I suppose you could change it to a decimal, but I think this would be the best way to do this. Now notice, I don't have anything to divide the x to the 9th with, so that remains an x to the 9th power. Our y to the 8th power divided by y squared, we're going to subtract them. That gives us y to the 6th power. And because I didn't have anything to divide the z by, that z is just going to remain on the bottom, just like this. All right, so I know that was a little bit fast. If you need to go back and take a look at the lesson again, or the note sheet posted in Schoology, just go ahead and do that. So in this lesson, we took a look at how to multiply and divide exponents.